Welcome back to Park Kids to Park Dads. I'm Adam, joined here by my brother Mitch.
Hey everyone.
And what we're going to do today is something we've done in one other park at this point, but we're going to run through our favorite attractions in Disney's Animal Kingdom. So, not a huge list, as there are not a lot of attractions in Disney's Animal Kingdom. With the shutdown of Dino Land USA, you lose a couple in that space, but generally, due to the space that the safari and the countries and areas themselves take up, just not a ton of attractions, right? More wildlife focused and show focused than anything else. So um, when we were there, and when we do my family, when we do do Animal Kingdom, it's typically a half a day park for us. We rope drop it early, and then we usually leave sometime around lunch or so, 1 or 2 o'clock. Mitch, how about you guys when you're there?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Usually it's, hey, we're gonna grab either a quick bite here and we're gonna head out, or we've done all that we need to do and we're gonna grab something at the resort after the fact. Maybe we'll grab a snack at the park around lunchtime and then head back. So, but yeah, usually it's always a 2 or 3 o'clock and then an afternoon pool day for us.
Gotcha. Yeah, and not to say that I don't enjoy the park, because it's actually one of the ones I enjoy going through the shops and being in the different areas more so than I enjoy the shops there more than I do Magic Kingdom, even though Magic Kingdom is a much more variety,
Yeah.
much more varied offering. I like the theming. I enjoy like that jungle, the outdoors situation. Um, but as you see, as we go through this list, there's just not a ton to keep your attention, at least not right now, um, from a ride and attraction perspective. So,
I will say that it is I'd say it's on the same level for me as that, first cup of coffee walking down Main Street. I love grabbing a coffee at the front from Joffrey's and
mhm,
walking in Animal Kingdom and walking around and, they get the birds flying over and all that kind of stuff. So I love the atmosphere of Animal Kingdom. I love the background music and stuff that they play and as you go to the different continents. And um, it's what probably aesthetically might be my favorite park,
mhm,
just for, like you said, that jungle vibe, and then growing up and going there and seeing the park expand, and I think they've done some good things with it, and and soon to come, which we'll talk about here in the future, is the Encanto line and rides and atmosphere and the Americas, I think they're calling it.
mhm.
Um, so that'll be interesting. We'll dive into that probably in a different episode, but totally enjoy that park. Like you said, it's not a hey, it's a disadvantage of being there for half a day, but it's tough to warrant a full day for my family, at
Yeah.
least.
I I say as a future idea, um, I think what we'll do is an episode for each park, how to fix each park. Not to say there's anything wrong with them from a
Yeah,
obviously they're raking in tons of money. You should see the way the prices have gone up. But in our perfect worlds, what changes in each park to kind of give it the what's best in our minds, right? Whether that's for the public, whether that's for families, whether that's for just us, that all remains to be seen. But um, that's down the road as well. So without further ado, um, I have a list of six, and so does Mitch, of attractions in the park. This does not include the Lion King show. It doesn't include the Nemo show. It is just the get in the queue, get on a ride attraction. So
yeah. I have a feeling
um,
our lists are going to be very similar. So
I would think so. I mean, there's not that many. The variance probably pretty low, but um, there is one asterisk that we both have, is that Zootopia, um, Better Together, that ride, or well, that show
movie,
uh,
yeah,
took over for It's Tough to Be a Bug. Neither of us have been there since it just opened. So that's an asterisk to be
yeah.
determined where that falls down the road. But
From what I've seen on TikTok, it's not they didn't really do much. Change the posters inside. That's the aesthetics. Change the posters from the bugs to Zootopia stuff. Um, but I guess that underneath was kind of created for the Tough to Be a Bug show. So there's a lot of the stuff that are on the walls and things like that that are staples are they're embedded in the walls and stuff that they
Mm.
can't get rid of.
That's all carved,
So
right? Yeah.
yeah, so
Or
interesting,
well,
but
molded. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Why don't you kick us with your number 6, Mitch?
For me, number 6 is going to be Kali River Rapids. It's a nice ride when you're there in the summer and it's 95, 100 degrees. It's very short though, I will say, very
Yeah.
quick ride. And plan on getting soaked. It's not bad, but one of I say very few actual water rides that Disney has.
Yep. I have that at number 6 as well. Couple of things for me on that ride. Number one, they took away the center section that you could put like your backpack or your cell phone or whatever. It used to have
Hmm.
a cover in the very center wheel. Um, Maybe for cleanliness reasons, I'm not sure, maintenance, but I feel like that should come back. We went on it on our last trip. It would have been nice to throw the kids' little backpacks or whatever in that spot, um, or purses for our
Purses, yeah,
wives or
yeah.
whatever. And then you're either going to get absolutely drenched or a little bit wet. And I mean, that's luck of the draw with any like log flume type of ride, right? But as you spin, and there's only what I think 2 drops and
Yeah,
some squirt gun type of
smaller, yeah,
situations. So
waterfalls here and there, but that's really about it.
it could use more to it. Obviously, they're not going to refurb that into a longer track or anything like that. But I feel like it could have more capability for a splash if they really wanted to. So, and I don't
Well, at
even
least,
mind wet shoes,
yeah,
frankly.
no, right. And I usually wear Crocs when I'm in the parks personally.
Mhm.
But I think that there could be some kind of storyline to it. At least, add in some kind of background vocalization, or as you're standing in line, there should be something in the overhead, like there's safari. They talk about the animals and that kind of stuff, and as you go through Kali River, there's burned down forest and trees and stuff. But why? You know,
Yeah,
so there could be a little bit more detail oriented on, I think, on that ride.
I agree with you 100%. Go to your 5.
5 for me is going to be Navi River. Might be a hot take, but I've been on there when everything's working. I've been on there when nothing's working. It's very slow. The kids love it. Lights, colors, that kind of stuff. They do like the Avatar series. I'm a fan as well, but I think that it's just a very, it's okay. Not too far up on my list.
Gotcha. I say number 5. Um, for you mentioned the breakdowns. That's one of the reasons for me.
Yeah,
It's the most expensive and intricate animatronic that Disney
yeah,
has right now, um, and it's never working.
yeah.
Um,
Well, actually, I think they got rid of it.
well, there you
It's
go,
now just CGI or whatever, projection.
just green.
Yeah,
So there's that that and then it's the same as any of the other. It's the same as Pirates. It's the ride through
Three
type of ride, which I'm
Caballeros,
cool with.
Pirates, Small World. Yeah,
Yeah, it's the same, little toboggan or flume type of ride, which I'm cool with. Generally, some of my other ones are the favorites. I just don't know that it does it as well, and maybe it's because I'm not a big Avatar fan personally. Um, Maybe it just doesn't resonate. But
yeah.
to me, it's like, oh, this is cool. This is something to do if we have time to kill in order to go on flights of passage, and we're in Pandora. So that's
Cool.
that's my number 5 as well.
Yeah. My number 4 is going to be a safari. I do enjoy the safari. I do look forward to going on it. I will say the last few times I've been there, the wait time is extremely long. I don't know, it's because of being at Rope Drop and going to a ride at Rope Drop and then coming back for safari later on, around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. That might be the case, but I will say that I do miss having the poachers part of that ride. I think that was a great aspect to it. Added a little bit of character, and the bridge breaking down when you're going across that. All that's kind of ceased to exist.
Mhm.
So I don't know if it's cost savings, or I don't know if it went away during COVID and just never came back when they were cutting costs then. Not too sure about that, but I would like to see that some kind of aspect of while you're on the safari coming back to it.
Gotcha. Just to throw that out there, that part, I guess one of the issues was that at the ending, right when you save Little Red,
Yeah,
um, that the poachers had killed the mom in the first
that's why. Yeah.
run of the poachers. So
I
that
did forget. Yeah, Disney
Yeah,
went
that's
woke for a
one of the
while.
reasons I think the storyline changed a bit, but I get it though.
Yeah.
Um, my next one's actually Everest. That's my number 4.
Okay.
Um, it's a nice roller coaster. Doesn't I mean 4's in the middle of the run, and as I speak to the rest, they're more my favorites, obviously. Um, the Yeti was cool when it worked. Similar situation
Mm.
as Navi River. Uh, the backwards aspect is cool too. Just the whole track switch and that whole situation. I really enjoy it. The theming on it's really good. The queue theming is strong as well. Like the Sherpas and all the
The
climbing Everest.
museums and everything, and yeah.
Right. There's some actual history in there, which is cool too, to read up on as you wait in that line. And the gift shop actually is a cool gift shop. There's some
Yeah.
some stuff you don't find anywhere else in that space. So not because I don't like it, and not because it's not a good ride. It just number 4 on my list is Expedition
Okay.
Everest.
I'll jump to number 3 is Everest for me. I actually really enjoyed the last time we were there
Mhm.
with you, because I got to take Aubrey on for her first time.
Yep.
So that was pretty cool. Being her godfather and having that experience with her, and even though she was freaking out for no reason. I mean, she's a little kid, so.
She
But
did freak. Yeah.
yeah, she did freak out. No, I think it's one of my favorite roller coasters in all of Disney. And I would ride that over and over and over and over again. And there's been times when they had the fast pass that I rode it over and over and over again. So, one of my top threes. Well, actually, probably one of my top tens in all of Disney. So,
Nice. My number 3 is the dinosaur ride, which is only open for another 2 weeks
yeah,
right now. It's dated as far as some of the rides go, as as far as like the new technology, I'll say. But I really enjoy that ride. There's the dark aspects of it. There's the jump scares with the
yeah,
dinosaurs. I'm a dinosaurs fan generally, um, and that's I just think they did it the right way with that ride. There's enough herky jerky type movement and enough dips and lifts of the ride car as it
yeah,
swivels and stuff to make you feel like you're moving more so than you actually are. The dark helps with that, obviously, for
yeah.
perspective. But um, yeah, not our dino is one of my favorites. So I say that occasionally around the kids, but it's number 3 for me.
And that's number 2 for me.
Mhm.
And actually, we got to bring both of our kids, Vince and James, on that ride for the first time. And
Yep,
that was an interesting photo. I think I actually picture on my phone that I took of it, but um, good times. And like I said, for the same reasons, like the aesthetics of it, the ups and downs, and the ins and outs, the darkness, the flashing lights. I think they did great detail with that ride. Unfortunately, the movie itself, Dinosaur, came out, gosh, 15 plus years ago. I think now at
at
this
least.
point.
Yeah,
So I hate to see the ride go. I'm interested to see what kind of comes of that area and how that all turns out. But that's number 2 for me.
perfect. My number 2 is Flights of Passage. Um, is the main e-ticket ride in Animal Kingdom. Um, though I do get a little bit of motion sick from anything
Oh,
with
you
a screen
you do,
that
yeah,
I'm stationary on, but I still ride that every single time, even though I'll take a couple deep breaths, but um, that ride is like soaring on steroids, right? And I think the lead up, the ride queue is really cool. The pre-show isn't super annoying, like some of them can be, as far as like the hey, move around and let's get
yeah,
get you paired with the right one and all that stuff. That's all really cool. Feeling the Banshee breathe um, on the ride vehicle is cool. The 3D glasses I think is actually probably what gets me more than the motion with the 3D. But I just think that's an excellent excellent ride, and I think it has the capability to be updated as they're putting out new Avatar
come up with
movies.
yeah, exactly. Yep.
That has the capability to take out a 20-second section and change the landscape and add a new 20-second section, right? I'm sure there's a ton of stuff that goes into that, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites across all parks. Definitely in my top 10 across all parks.
Yeah. Um, for me, it's number 1. That's what I had left. That is the reason to rope drop Animal Kingdom for me. and it's probably my top 5 of all of Disney. I love that ride. I remember going on for the first time and how mind blown I was at, being able to ride the Banshee, quote unquote, and like you said, the breathing of it, the individuality of you in your own seat, it's yours,
Mhm.
and the ups and downs and ins and outs and the smells and like you said, Soarin' on steroids, and Soarin's one of my, you know, more favorited rides too. So, definitely number 1 for me. It's the whole reason why, I'm there at 7 AM, 7:30 in the morning to rope drop Animal Kingdom.
Makes sense. My number one's Kilimanjaro Safaris, as obviously I hadn't said it yet at this point. Both for I'm a big zoo person and seeing the animals and all that kind of stuff. We do a zoo pass every year with the kids, and we go to all the ones within a few hours of us. Um, so it's the capability of seeing those. Obviously some of them are in penned off sections, right? But
Yeah.
it's cool when you get on the savannah and the rhinos in the way of the car, or the giraffes are right next to the vehicle, with zebras, or you name it, right? Um, there is a lot of capacity to see just the animals more chilling out than anything else. I've had some really cool experiences with the lions, especially recently. Them up and walking around, moving about. Um, we had I don't know if it was the last trip or the trip before, but the male lion was up roaring when we were there. Um, we rope dropped that because we had fast or lightning lanes for flights of passage pretty
Mhm.
much right after. So we went to safaris first, and everything was moving, everything out there. I think it was right around feeding situation, but um, definitely one of my favorites. And I have so many pictures on phones and cameras over the years of those. Not that I go back and really look at them,
Yeah,
but it's
my
all
cloud is full of safari pictures, yeah,
exactly. It's
yeah.
one of those things that it's fun to do. It's cool to see. It's cool to show the kids. Um, I probably like it now more so over the last 5 6 years than I ever did the previous 10, just because of
Yeah.
James and Ariana and the twins being excited about seeing all the different animals. So
I will say
um,
one thing I've always wanted to do with safari is that trek that they have
yeah,
inside that you're harnessed in and you get to walk
mhm.
around and do the bridges across and all that. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah. Felicia and I have talked about some of the behind the scenes things and like which ones make sense for us in which parks, like which one of these enjoy the most. And that's definitely it's behind the scenes in Epcot right now, and
Mm,
it's that one in Animal Kingdom. So um, yeah, that's that's my number one.
yeah.
Short lists, obviously,
I
but
will say one time we were on the safari, we actually had a giraffe chase our safari truck.
oh really? Trying after you?
Um, yeah, and they had to have, another truck. They didn't go on a normal path. They went straight through and had to have another truck come and cut the giraffe off,
Really?
which is kinda interesting. Yeah,
Mm,
pretty cool.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, there goes the rundowns 1 through 6. I will say though we didn't rank them as far, and I think maybe we'll do an episode down the road of all the different shows because we don't tend to rank those with the attractions. The Festival of the Lion King is
Yeah.
a is an awesome show.
Yeah, I
I
did have
really
an asterisk next to that, before we started, and
yeah.
I would 100% agree with you. It's one of my favorite shows in all of Disney.
Mhm.
It's great for the young kids and the music and the dancing and it's very crowd engaging and, very Cirque du Soleil-esque.
Yep,
They do really do a fantastic job.
agreed. Agreed. So that's our Animal Kingdom run, and like I said, we'll talk about Encanto and what we can change in the parks and what I think at least they should do with that gigantic theater that across from Everest, pretty much that doesn't happen with
Yeah,
anything. But yeah, down the road. So
time to come.
it is on Mitch after my gigantic flub last week with my bad list. It is now
Yeah.
on Mitch to run the trivia this week. So let's see what he's got.
So I think it's fairly simple. Should be pretty easy for you. I'm
Find out
going to give you the top 10, um, list for the oldest rides in Magic Kingdom.
in Magic
So
Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom specific. So it should be pretty easy because obviously it was the first park and they all open up at the same time. So I
Yeah,
just
some of
want to
them are
see if
day
you can get
one.
through the
That
list. Yeah, they're all day one. They're all still in operation. So,
okay. Sick.
all right. So whenever you're ready, buddy.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if I'm going to give you any hints because that was pretty too. I mean, they're pretty
Yeah, I mean
self-explanatory, I
it's
think, at
in
this
Magic
point.
Kingdom, so
But
I'm sure
three strikes.
I'll get 4 right and 3 wrong out of the gate. Uh,
So go for it.
let's kick off with um, Tron. No, I'm joking. Let's go with
It's like,
uh,
yeah.
Carousel of Progress.
That is not on there. First X.
That came from the World Fair, so I thought it would
Yeah.
be.
And that's after the park opened.
Let's go with Small World.
Small World is on there. I'm not going to give you numbers because they're all, like I said, they're all the same. So
That's fine. Um, I'm so baffled that Carousel's not on there. I thought it was there.
and I kind of knew that would be a guess, but I didn't think it'd be your first one off the get. So
Well, I was thinking when I walk into park to the right, where
yeah,
what in Tomorrowland might be a thing. Um, I know the carousel was built in like 1912. Is the carousel on there? Cinderella's Golden Carousel?
Carousel's on there. It's Prince Charming Royal Carousel, by the way.
Oh, Prince Charming. My bad. I'm just mentally walking around the park, which I know is not great video, but I'm just mentally pushing through Fantasyland right now to see
Get my
what's over
coffee,
there.
my snack.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, did I
Mickey Bar
give the Chef
here.
Bear cat um
Popcorn
the
bucket.
yeah. Let's see. Jungle Cruise.
That's on there.
Okay.
So you've
Country
gotten
Bear
3.
Jamboree doesn't sound like, yeah, let's go with it.
Yeah. Gave you a little
Well, head
head
nod.
nod there.
I was
What's
saying,
on
think
there?
if it was too, one of
Which I
those
think
ones.
they just redid too. So
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure. There's some that came out like 2 months after, but it wasn't in the initial 10.
yeah.
Um, like I don't know if it's on here, and this isn't a guess, but Haunted Mansion, I feel like was one of the ones that came almost immediately after the park opened, but wasn't in the opening.
Yeah. He's all open October 1st, 1971.
Yeah. Tiki Room.
X number 2. And tiki room.
You know what's gonna happen? Uncle John, Uncle Joe, Felicia, they all heckle me when I get these wrong.
Uncle Bob's gonna give you so much crap.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. I said Jungle Cruise. What over?
There's at least 2 on here that I'm pretty surprised you haven't gotten. That I know you should get.
Like, the problem is I'm so confused as to what's brand new and what's not. I mean, I'm sorry, what's day one versus what's in that first like
Mm.
couple years. Because I thought Space Mountain might be on there, but I haven't committed to that yet. Obviously, I'm just trying to think of old stuff.
Man, 3 for a tizzy here.
And I thought Tiki might be in just because of how dated it is.
Yeah.
Really, but yeah. Let's go Pirates. Suck.
Wow. I'll give you a 4th X here. And I'll give you a hint.
Mhm.
It's not an actual ride. It's an attraction, but it's not an actual ride.
It's an attraction, but not a ride. If it's Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, I'm gonna be if that's the one you're referring to, because that's an attraction, but not a ride. But God knows when they would have put that up. Is that it? Swiss Family Robinson?
That's it. Yeah.
That's a shame.
So you got 1, 2, 3,
Count
4
Floor
left.
Island doesn't count because that's gone.
Yeah, it's not on here anyways.
Yeah.
You got 4 left.
Yeah. No, this is gonna be a struggle.
And give you another X. So you got 1 more chance.
Yeah, I'm blanking on rides now as I go through.
Under pressure.
Yeah, fair enough. In Fantasyland, is there anything left?
Yeah.
Peter Pan?
Yep. 3 left.
Yeah. Let's see. And Fantasyland, obviously, it's nothing in that new section, which, duh. Um, it wouldn't be. There's the carousel. There's Philhar Magic. There's Peter Pan. There is Small World. And you go down a little hill, Rapunzel's Tower, which is a bathroom, which is what an excellent use of space. And then
It's
there's,
a great bathroom.
yeah, lots of people use it. Haunted Mansion, but then you take that left and there's nothing until you get all the way to Frontier. Um, then you come in the backside of Adventure, which is Aladdin, Jungle Cruise, um, or not Tom Sawyer, Swiss Family, Tiki Room. All right, is there anything in Tomorrowland?
No.
No, I didn't think so. I'm running out of things. The Speedway.
No. Right next door though.
What?
The teacups. Mad Tea Party. You walked
Completely
right by
forgot
it.
about those.
You mentally
Completely,
walked right by it.
I did mental. I haven't talked about the Cheshire Cat, which is
Yep.
right next to the teacups.
Yep. Hall of Presidents. You also walked right
I
by that one.
never would have guessed it. Never.
And the railroad itself.
Oh, the railroad. Okay, that one I probably should have got.
Yeah.
But I
That's one of
mentally
the ones I
walked.
thought you would get. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't think of the railroad as an attraction, but I should have because I know that's how they designate it. And then, yeah, Hall of Presidents. I could have guessed every
Yeah.
ride, and I probably would have forgot the Hall of Presidents. So,
So
well,
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
yeah, but you gave me the extra strike, which I appreciate for the sake of content. Not my best outing. Well, not my worst. I think I had 3 out of
Actually,
10.
there's only 9, not 10. So my
Oh,
bad.
perfect. Crushing it.
6 out of 9.
It's 2/3. That's you hit 2 out of every 3. You're in the Hall of Fame. So
Just don't ask Josh Allen.
oh,
Anywho,
it was painful. All right. Well, I mean that pretty much wraps us up. I would say as you go forward, I think next episode, Mitch, let's do something a little different. Let's do what we would do to fix Disney Studios. So our
that's
plan,
Disney's Hollywood
each of us, it'll
Studios
take
for
perhaps
the abbreviation.
yep, it'll take a little bit longer than normal, and may each take like 10 minutes or so probably, but things we would add or change or get rid of in all those areas, or things you would want to focus on, stuff like that. So let's look forward to that one for next time. How's that sound?
Perfect. That's good with me.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you for sticking around, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you, everyone.